All eyes on Doge. Big runner. To the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big runner. To the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin. Up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin. 42.69. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin.
Hey everybody, how's everybody doing on a Saturday? KrissPax here. Welcome to Saturday afternoon live. We got a lot lined up. People wondering, oh, is Doge dead? No, just kidding. It's a Saturday, right? Low volume trading, and if you don't have the whales buying, you don't have the big buying on a slow day, it kind of drifts down a little bit. So that's what we have today. Great buying opportunity. Like I said on the live stream yesterday, if we see it going down into low 25s, most likely you're going to see 24.9, right? It's going to dip just below because we have this penny by penny thing going up and down. So on the dips, it tends to not stop above that penny line, which is this red line here on the chart, but it dips below. We actually went just a little bit below 24.8 this morning, but we're climbing back up. And we'll see whether we get back over 25 cents during the stream. So welcome everybody. Bitcoin's at $122,000. Bitcoin dropped as well a bit, had a dip, and just climbed back over 122. So we are watching Doge come back over 25. So that's where we start. Let me drop down here in the corner. And let's look at what's going on. A few red candles this weekend are truly a gift. Truly a gift. Bitcoin is about to make new all-time highs. It's not a matter of if, but when, right? And when it does, the entire market will continue to rip with it. That's right. Once it gets to 125, it's going to go 126, 127, 128, just like that. That's how Bitcoin trades. When it hits a new all-time high, we've seen it again and again. That is coming. So instead of having to stare at the screens and try to focus on finding the next runner, you get a bit of a break. And here we are. We're taking that break. So welcome, everybody. We're taking that break together here on a Saturday afternoon. Hey, we got a special thing today, a Dogecoin giveaway. That's right, my friends. We're having a Dogecoin giveaway in a little bit today here live on this live stream. So don't go anywhere and invite your friends. Send it out into social media sphere that Dogecoin is going to be given away today here on this live stream. Thanks to one of our friends. Yes, one of our good friends has donated some Doge, and we're going to give it away. We're going to give it away today. And maybe some tomorrow too. What? What did Kriss say? Today and tomorrow, for those taking a little time out on your weekend to spend some time with KrissPax, talking about Doge and crypto and finances and all of that good stuff. Some of you are going to get rewarded with some Dogecoin, with some Doge. Doing only good every day, right? That's what we do. We have one last chance to start stacking high conviction plays before no sleep season resumes. So enjoy the quiet while it lasts. And that's what we have this weekend, my friends, is a little quiet, right? Volume's down. Yeah, the price kind of drifted down a little bit, right? Drifted down a little bit here, but we're about to get back over 25 cents. Bitcoin is now fighting 122, just below again. So we're trying to get Bitcoin back over $122,000. So that's what we're watching. Short term, yeah, it's a short-term thing, something to watch during the stream. Titan of Crypto is like, look, the Bitcoin cycle top historically tends to happen about a year after the US presidential election. In the first cycle, it took 55 weeks. 55 weeks from the presidential election date until the top was hit. 55 weeks. Then 4 years later, US presidential election. Hey, look, 57 weeks. And we hit new all-time high, cycle top for Bitcoin. And then in 2020, we had another election every 4 years. Look, the cycle top was hit in November 2021, 52 weeks. 52 weeks after the election. Where are we now? We're only 47 weeks. It's only been 47 weeks since the US presidential election in 2024. If history repeats, we still have anywhere from 5 to 10 weeks, 5 to 10 weeks left until this cycle top, if you believe in the 4-year cycles. So there it is. Can't make it any clearer. There is a pattern there. There is a pattern there. So a little bit of pullback today should not upset you because we're going higher. And in fact, one of these days, we're going to see a lot of charts looking like this. That's right. This is what's coming. Now, today we had a new one. Never heard of this before. Some DGEN AI token went up 100% today. DGEN AI, that's the AIA token. If you ever heard of that one, we'll take a look at it. Just out of the blue, oh, let's go up 100%. Who knew, right? Just there's always something getting pumped, right? So money is still coming in and pumping. But pretty soon, the FOMO is going to hit and big money is going to come in and the alts are going to pump. So what does that mean for Bitcoin? Bitcoin typically has this final surge. And when Bitcoin has its final surge, all the alts surge as well and surge higher percentage than Bitcoin. So ETH, large caps, small caps, meme coins. Now, not all of them are going to run, right? So like I said in my video this morning, if you're in alts, make your conviction, get in the alt that you think is going to be the 1 or 2 or 10, like I said, right? I picked top 10. Pick the ones you like, make a conviction, and stick with it. Don't try and chase ones that already went up while yours is still sitting there. That is not the play. That is not the play. So when Floki goes on a big run, why are you buying Floki at the top of the big run when yours hasn't run yet? Because now you're sitting there with a bag of Floki up at a higher point, right? A higher level, because it went on a run and it might not go higher. Or if it does, it might be a little bit. So make your conviction play. What is mine? Well, of course, right? Doge. Of course, Doge. We got a bullish crossover. This is the monthly chart. Bullish crossover. Doge has been on a big uptrend. And in fact, the uptrend has been for the past year and a half. We've been on an uptrend for Doge. Yeah, we had a couple spikes here, early 2024, late 2024. That's how Doge trades. But the pattern is still up. We are in the 4th year of 4-year cycles. Don't play musical chairs. That is compo. That's a good one. I like that. I like that. Don't play musical chairs. And Isabella is in the house. Hello, Isabella. Good to see you. How are you? How are you? We're just watching the charts right now. Dogecoin on the 2-week chart has a very similar pattern to what happened in late 2023, early 2024, before the big green box, the big green spike. Kind of a similar pattern, somewhat, a little bit similar. Are we going to get another big green box? And I've got my own green box. So, that's what the potential is. So if you want to be in Doge, these are the dip buying opportunities to be in Doge before it starts crazy running up. Otherwise, you're chasing up here and you're going to be buying Doge at 48 cents. Doge will probably go higher, but you're not going to make 10x. So that's the potential we have. And yet here's another one. On the weekly chart, we had that early 2024 move. We had the late 2024 move. How big is going to be the 2025 move, the blow off top? How big is that going to be? We're here to find out. I've shown you the fib charts, right? I've shown you the patterns. I've shown you the TA. We need the news, though. We need that little bit of news, right? We need the X money. We need the Tesla. We need the Doge OS. We need the ETFs. We need all of that. And all of that potentially is coming. Again, the X money is probably going to launch without Dogecoin, but would still hype Dogecoin, and Dogecoin would still pump, with the hopes that at some point in time, Dogecoin is going to be added to X payments in the future. Just by having X money launch, like I said, will pump Dogecoin. So that's what we're looking at. Dogecoin price target, 34 cents is an immediate one. Once we get over 30, right? 30 is our resistance line. Got to get over 30, and then the next target would be 34 cents. And this is part of our ascending channel. I've been watching that as well. And then we have a multi-year trend line retest. We're looking at 40 cents for a higher target. So again, it's going to be, pretty soon it's not going to be a penny at a time, right? It's going to be like 4 cents at a time, right? It's going to go from 30 to 34 up to 40, 48, and it's going to be exponential going up. So now we've got Ali in his chart, right? And we looked at this the other day. The accumulation phase we're still in, which is this rising straight channel here. All well and good, but again, I don't like the whole straight channel thing because of the weight of Dogecoin's market cap being much more now. And I think this thing should be more curved, that I've shown a curved line for the potential top. Because this straight line top, of course, as we've shown, goes up to $18. And it's like, yeah, Doge isn't going to $18 this cycle. But Ali keeps pulling out the same chart because it's easy for him and it gets a lot of clicks and views, and that's good for Ali. But it's not true for Dogecoin. So, Dogecoin's tipping point. Key levels that could shift its trend. Doge traders focus on crucial price levels driving market sentiment. We have whales buying on the dips. That's right. These dips are opportunities for whales to add more, especially if they're doing it on a monthly basis. Because what happens at the beginning of every month? We have a dip. There's a dip. We had it in August, we had it in September, and now again in October. Beginning of the month, sometimes always have these dips. So this is what this is. I say higher now. Higher. Doge is doing rather well at the moment, right? Posting notable gains. Zoom out a little bit. Pushing upward into new territory. For short-term traders, every tick above resistance or a test of support offers an entry or exit signal for those of you who are traders out there. But long-term holders are watching whether Dogecoin key support and resistance levels signal a continuation of a trend or a reversal. So when you zoom out and you look at the overall trend, it's up. We show that on our chart here. We look at the daily, and we came out of this big triangle. Of course, September, broke out of it, came back, retested, classic retest here, the last week of September before moving up higher. So we move up higher into the beginning of our green box, and we just have this little dip right now, back to 25 cents. That's the little dip we've got right now. So let me get rid of those arrows. We don't need those anymore. Kind of mucking up the joint here. There we go. So this is just a couple big green candles, red candle down, bounce off, move higher. So on the daily chart, that 25-cent line is very strong. Yeah, we got a wick below it on the daily, but that signals that as good resistance on the daily, and then we move higher. So we'll see how we are on the Sunday, though, because I'm still not expecting a lot of volume yet until Sunday night. So we will watch that. We will be watching that. So that's our key support line. Of course, lower, we could look at support down here at 22 cents. And then 22 cents, of course, was that same line that our friend Larry was looking for shorting Doge down to, right? Shorting Doge down to 22 cents. Here's his short. I still have it on the chart right here from 26. He said, up, I'm shorting it all the way down to 22. So I'm keeping it right here. Keeping it on the chart just as a memory here and see what Doge does. Yeah, I don't think it's going down to 22 cents. I don't know. That's just me. That's just me. We're looking at the liquidations. Right now, the big one is the shorting going on with this DGEN AI thing. And if you want to see what that chart looks like, every day there's one of these. And you know what happens right after XPL and Mix and all those others? They come crashing down. So you don't want to buy it at the top because they come crashing down, which this one looks to be doing right now. In fact, it's now up only 66% on the day. Yes, it just crashed 30% right there. It's already crashed 30%. But I mean, this is still an amazing run from where it was on October 1st. If we look at October 1st at the beginning of the month to the peak up here 3 hours ago, that was 700%, a 7x. In 3 days, a 7x, not too bad, but it is coming down hard now. I hope nobody bought this thing over $3. Somebody did. But that's why you don't chase these things after they're going up and you don't buy on the big green candles. Again, none of this is financial advice. This is just my opinion of what I would do after watching charts so closely for all these years. The Trump coin has to get over $12 again in the next 3 years. $12 for Trump. It's now back at 7. Actually, it dipped to 7.25 here on Tuesday. Eesh. Yeah, so we've been watching these little pumps, and every time there's one of these little pumps here that happens, right? It just dumps harder. Pump, dump harder, pump, pump, dump harder. It's like these sort of double pumps, actually, right? Sort of double pumps. Double pump, dump. So what do we see happening now? Is this the first of a double pump that we're in right now? Maybe. But that is a bad trend, Kilmar. Getting back up to $12. Yeah, that was the top that it hit here on July 21st. That might be tough. That might be tough. I wouldn't mind a 7x on Doge. No, I wouldn't either. Because then I know we're having the Boston party. Dollar Doge, right? Big party. I'll take that. I'll take that. The market is 10 to 1 long. No, it's not 10 to 1 long. DeFi more. I have not seen those numbers 10 to 1 long. No. Not 10 to 1 long. Let's see if I can find the data on the leverage. Because there was another one. It's not the liquidation. Because the liquidation chart just shows what has happened, not where the future trades are. There's another chart they have. God, I wish I knew exactly which one that was. It was one of these. It's not one we normally look at. Order book liquidity delta. Order book liquidity delta. Let's see if it just gives us the data. This isn't the one I'm used to reading. Hey, Pex Cat's in the house. Hey, buddy. What you doing? Hi. 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 No, that's spot. Futures. We want futures. Here we go. And we want to put this out. So what does this mean? The delta is the green. Ugh. I don't know. It's looking pretty even to me. Not a 10 to 1 long. Today, maybe 10 to 1 long. But looking back, no. Come on, Doge, let's just jump right over 25 cents and let's get going. Thoughts on Linea, the new chain Swift is using. Yeah, I saw that news. We talked about it last week, and people were doubting me. Oh, you're going to put XRP out. No, Swift is going to do Linea. It's a new thing. Yeah, it is. I'm not buying it, and I don't know what its token does, right? It's a layer 2 on ETH. Byron bought Pengu, Doge, and Kronos on this dip. Huh, Byron, interesting. If you look at my X and you look at the top 10 altcoins that I recommend, Pengu, yeah, it's on my list. Doge, yes, it's on my list. Kronos, yes, it's on my list. Hey, I think we're going to do all right, Byron. I think we're going to do all right. I did make a video this morning, top 10 altcoins to buy for this bull run. Of course, I believe you should always have a little Bitcoin too, but I give you my top 10 altcoins. Made a video about it, showed the charts, said why, but then I followed up with a tweet here, an X post, just showing the list because people were confused. So I clarified it here for those interested on alt. Hey, 25 cents. Here we go. Nice. Let's go Doge. Hey, George, how are you? Lolavec, my friend, aloha to you. Say or HBAR. Neither of them are on my top 10 list. HBAR has been rather disappointing. And I think Say is just getting outshined by Sweet. So I think SWE was the big one between the SWE versus say competition that was going on last year. I think SWE's the better project, but that doesn't mean they can't do well in the upcoming pump. I just don't think they're going to do as well. We will see. Larry, we're not at 22 cents yet. So we're still in the game. All right. As MB says, enjoy it while it lasts, Larry. Don't get too full of yourself. Hey, Campo, thanks for the super chat. Can we do a giveaway? Yes, we will do giveaways. Giveaway Doge is coming already. We already have some spins in the hopper coming for Dogecoin giveaway. So the Ripple company doesn't even use XRP. That's right. That's right. You can go onto the Ripple website and do your cross-border chain stuff without even using the XRP token. The XRP token is only there to make the Ripple founders rich. That's all it's there for. And of course, to pay all their attorneys. Thank you, Campo. Yeah, Floki went on a run last night. Well, Benjamin, Larry's not done yet. No. His trade's still open. He's not done yet. I say it's not going to 22 cents. Doge and Pengu, 2.5 million bags of each. Nice, folks. Hey, CDC, good afternoon. A Litecoin. Litecoin is, OG coin, proof of work. Litecoin does all right. It trades it up at times, but it doesn't have any news coming about it. It doesn't. Anytime there's news, it tends to be some fake thing because it's made up by some big Litecoin bag holder that wants to pump Litecoin. And we know the founder sold all his coins back in 2017. So it's it'll do okay. It's still mined. It's still traded, right? But it doesn't have any new development going on. It's just nothing. So, Sean, Pepe will probably do okay. I don't think it's going to do as well as Doge, Bonk, and Pengu over the next 2 months. It could, but in my opinion, Bonk with Solana, Pengu with its worldwide what cat? No, stay. Don't you mess up my live stream. Pengu is worldwide adoption and view of the cute little penguin. Pepe's big run was last year. Will it double? Maybe. We'll see. Lungi, I'm thinking about pulling out my retirement, eating the 33% in fees and taxes. Ugh. That's a tough move. At 23 years old, you're better off just leaving it there, letting it continue to grow with whatever it's in. Vanguard, Russell, that's what I have my 401k in. And just continue to let it grow, and all of those profits, all of those gains continue to grow tax-free in your retirement account. So now you're going to pay 33% in fees and taxes, pulling it out, right? You're going to invest in ADA and Doge. They're going to go on a big run, and then you're going to sell that and pay 33% taxes on those gains. The taxes are going to kill you, man. Not a good move. Not a good move. Hey, good morning, Aussie. How are you? Who, me? How are you? Khan's going to buy some Floki. You're going to buy some Floki. So this is the thing we talk about all the time. It's like it just went on this big run. So you're buying it up here. I don't know. You're buying it 30% higher than it was yesterday. 25% now with the pullback. This is the exact thing I was talking about. It's like not rotating, right? The whole musical chairs thing. But hey, you do you. You do you. Jasmine has been very disappointing coin this year. Very disappointing. I haven't talked about it yet, Brett, today, but it's just Hi, Duchess. How are you? Robinhood restricted me from sending and receiving crypto. They wouldn't give details. That's the first I've heard of that, Sebastian. Sorry to hear that. I don't know what's going on there. Hey, Danny, how are you? Alex, you can mine Litecoin with that Doge miner. Yes, and I will be merge mining Dogecoin, Litecoin, and Bell's coin. I'll be getting all of them. And I'll just collect them for 4 years and then sell them in 4 years. That's my goal with this miner. It's a 4-year deal. I wouldn't say tons of transactions on Litecoin. They do have an ETF when the government opens, but not tons of transactions. There's not like this mass use of Litecoin as a currency or anything like that. There's some, right? Through BitPay, there are some Litecoin sales going on, but there's nothing else. Yep, Pengu worldwide, massive following. Ali started investing in Doge last year when it was 40 cents. Your average is down to 28 cents, which is a good move. I think you did it right. We'll see. BNB will continue to go higher, but not at as great of a percentage as it just went, in my opinion, over the next month. Yeah, just keep investing when you're young. Yes, the miner will merge mine Dogecoin, Litecoin, and Bell's coin. Junk. XRP is flatlining. Yeah, well, you know my feelings about XRP. It's still a decent price if you get alt season. Yeah, but it's 25% ahead of everything else now. So you rotate if a club you are holding vastly outperforms what you are rotating into. Exactly. And only to a certain point. Once it gets into November, like late November, I wouldn't be rotating into other coins. Again, that's my philosophy. This cycle, we're getting close to the end of the cycle. Tops will be hit. So, and Larry, as we've talked about on this channel, the melt faces expression is like the most stupid, idiotic expression. Melt faces. Ugh. Anyway, we've talked about that before. Hey, Alpha, how are you? Again, Pepe will probably do all right, Byron. If I was holding Pepe, I would wait for that big green Pepe candle that will come at some point in time. Not right now while Pepe is still down at 10. You know, it's even below 10. It's back below the 10 line. This isn't the time to rotate Pepe. It's down. You want to wait for a big green candle coming up and then do a rotation if you're thinking about rotating some. But not when it's down in the red. Again, just my opinion. Jade agrees. Keep the retirement and just DCA into the other coins. Oh, MB, same thing with you. Wow. So the only thing you can do is sell on Robinhood to cash and then withdraw the cash. How much is the miner? Sure. ElphaPex. So this is the miner I'm getting right here, the DG Home 1. I have a link in the description below that goes directly to this page of the DG Home 1 miner. It merge mines Litecoin, Doge, and Bell's coin. Has a retail price of $1,770. It's on sale for $1,100. And then if you use my code below when you're checking out, KrissP200, you get an additional $200 off this price. So it's $900. $900. It is an ASIC miner. It's not a GPU miner. It's an ASIC miner, liquid cooled. And it's built for your home. It doesn't have the huge fans on it that blow at 100 decibels. It's like not that. So that's why I'm getting it. It's coming. It's delayed somewhere in Louisville, Kentucky, and they're trying to figure out why it's delayed. But I will be making a video on the unboxing and the setup when I get it. And then I will be showing the stats during live streams of how the machine is performing. So that is coming. That is coming. Simply Drawing, how are you? Raiden, hello, hello. Spaghetti Masta. I like that. Let's say you have 30,000 and you eat 10,000 in taxes. Now you have 20,000. You throw that into Doge and it 5x's. Then you would pay 33% on the 80K, walking away with 54. Yep. Yep. You pay taxes on each sale. But a 5x from here is $1.25. That's going to be hard for Dogecoin to do from here. It could. It always could. But that's huge, huge trading. That means something huge has happened with Dogecoin for that to go on. So you don't rotate, you just buy more with Tether. Buy. Capturing the last, yep. Hey, Sunshine, how are you? Bell Rock. I don't remember. We drove through Sedona. We stopped at a couple places, but I don't remember what they were. That was a while ago. Beautiful, though. Absolutely beautiful. Love it. Ali, some who have the machine, they're getting about 10 Doge a day. And they didn't say how much Litecoin and Bell's coin they're also getting. But it's not just the Doge. They're getting Litecoin and Bell's coin too. Once I get mine, I will show you all those stats. And the power consumption is pretty low. It doesn't need a special electric plug, doesn't need a special breaker or anything like that. You can just plug into your normal wall socket in your house. Yep, the power supply is internal, and it's not that big. It's like a mini Doge miner, exactly. Peak is up nicely. Yeah, Charles. For those peak holders, we got over that 12-cent hump. So we're now over 13. So this was nice this morning to see that over 13 cents. Hopefully we hold this time, because when we were up there before, it fell back. So hoping that holds this time for peaq. Yeah, so peaq's up 5% today. Holding well. The Litecoin ETF is great because it fits the logic. More institutional money, stronger Litecoin, safer Doge versus via merge mining, all of that. It's all good for Litecoin. I just don't think you're going to see the percent gains in Litecoin that you're going to see in these other alts. Larry, I'm mining it, right? I'm getting into the mining partially for the experience to learn, right? How to mine a proof of work cryptocurrency. And also to support the Dogecoin network. Because I talk so much about Dogecoin, if I'm mining Dogecoin too, that helps support the network. So I want to do that as well. Could I actually be more profitable buying Dogecoin on the dips and making a profit? Sure, I could do that, right? I could buy 10 Doge a day, the equivalent of 10 Doge a day on the dips, right? I could do that. But I mean, I've already profited off of 2.5 million Dogecoin, you know? I've already made that profit. So this is a fun side thing, and it's educational for a lot of you who are curious about Dogecoin mining. So I'm doing that as well. All right. So all of that adds up. That's why I want to do it. Could I be more profitable, like buying Dogecoin at low price? Yes, I could, but that's not the point at this point. All right. We haven't looked at the heat maps. We were fussing around with the percentage of longs and shorts. There's a lot more longs going on right now. Look at Bitcoin, just kind of going sideways all day today. And we got all the shorts up here accumulating. We got longs down here accumulating. And Bitcoin is just stuck in the middle flat. Not much volatility on Bitcoin today. So the longs and shorts are both accumulating. And it's not an 8-to-1 margin. It's not an 8-to-1 margin. It looks to be pretty close today on Bitcoin, up and down. How does Doge look? Let's take a look. Yeah. Doge came down and took out some longs down here. Took about $4 million worth of longs right here at 24.75 on that dip. But yeah, it's kind of in the middle. A lot more shorts today than longs once those got taken out. Well, Eric, it depends on the machine, right? Is that for a DG1 home miner with FT Pool, or is that a different miner? Let me know. Hope the Doge price recovers tomorrow. I do too, Con. It'd be nice on a Sunday. Yeah, isn't that ZEC coin doing something? Now everyone is claiming to be an OG cyberpunk. Hey, good for ZEC. I guess there's some privacy, some kind of privacy that's built into ZEC that is getting people excited about it again. I don't know. I don't know. Mind your own business. I'm looking forward to doing the mining. I think it's a cool thing to say, yep, I'm mining Dogecoin. Yeah, I want to say that. I want to say I am mining Dogecoin. So, all right, sunshine. Have a good one. Enjoy Sedona, beautiful countryside there. All right, my friends. You know, I don't see Jason in the chat, but he has donated some Dogecoin, and we're going to do a giveaway. Yes, we are on a Saturday. Thank you, my friends, for being here. We want to get these green candles pumping up for Doge. So the best way to do that is to give away some Dogecoin. So for those of you who have taken part in this kind of giveaway before, you type the word Dogecoin in the chat, and that enters you in the giveaway. Just being here is great. I love it. Thank you. But if you actually want to win some Dogecoin, you have to type the word Dogecoin in the chat in order to be eligible to win. Because the giveaway tool that I use here searches through the chat and finds those that have typed the word Dogecoin in the chat. The second is if your name comes up as the winner, you still need to be here in order to claim that you won by putting in the chat something like, yay, I won, woohoo, something like that. So I know that you're here and you recognize you won. And then you've got to send me an email. You have to send me an email that has your Dogecoin wallet in it, as well as your YouTube handle. So I know, can pair you up. And because I need to know where to send the Dogecoin. And you have to have a Dogecoin wallet in order to receive Dogecoin. I mean, you can do that on Coinbase. You can do that on Robinhood. I, of course, prefer if you have a private wallet, like a MyDoge wallet or something like that, because you'll get it quicker. Because Robinhood is so freaking slow. And for some of you, they've even now cut you off in being able to transfer crypto. Stupid. But there we go. Larry, don't be a jerk. Just don't. You just keep pissing me off, and eventually I'm just going to ban you from the channel. So let's be productive here, huh? Can't we? Let's be productive, Mr. Larry, all right? Come on. If you keep pissing me off, I'm just going to boot you, and I don't want to. I don't want to do that. What is it with these trolls? You seem like a smart guy, too. And I get it. You think Doge is going to go down. Okay. But don't give me that XRP shit. Dude. Now, Danny knows how to piss me off. But Annie. I know. You have to join a mining pool. I understand that, Eric. And I will join the mining pool. But you told me 40 Doge. And I said 40 Doge with what kind of miner? Because different mining rigs have different power. The more power, the more Doge, right? So 40 Doge is probably more like an ant miner, like an L9 or something. 10 Doge for a DG1, it has less power. All right? That's what I'm talking about. All right. Guys, we're about to do our first giveaways. Everybody in the chat here ready and have typed the word Dogecoin. We're giving away 33 Doge in 3 lots. That's right. 3 lots of 33 Doge each from our friend Jason on a Saturday for a Saturday giveaway, guys. So, are you guys ready? Let's go. Now, also, if your name comes up, you don't actually have to accept the Doge. You can say to pass it on because you just wanted to like see your name and lights with the confetti and all that, and then you can say pass it on and I redraw. So we can do that as well. All right, let's go. Let's see who wins. The first lot of 33 Doge. The winner is Miwi. Hey, Miwi. It was almost me. Do you see that? I almost won. It was almost me. This is our 71st giveaway. Wow. Giveaway. 71. Me-wee. Congratulations. Can I send to a MetaMask wallet? Yes, I can. If you've got a Dogecoin wallet that begins with the letter D. If it's one of those fake MetaMask things that is a wrapped Doge with an O or something, no. All right. Woo! Woo! You won. Yes, MeWe. Awesome. Congratulations. Yeah, can you believe that, Compo? Had 71 giveaways, and most of those were 3 draws each. Some of them were even 6 draws. So, yeah. Yeah, if there is buying and paying using Dogecoin, that will definitely help, Luis. Definitely help. All right, we're going to give away our second lot. Congratulations, MeWe, on the first. We're going to give away second lot of Dogecoin. You don't have to type Dogecoin in the chat again. You're already entered. So we're going to do it again. You're very busy. You'll send me an email later. All right, thank you. Nope. Don't need it right now. Nope. I'm not going to be giving away the Doge till later tonight anyway. All right. All right, let's go. Second draw. Let's go. Woo! 33 Dogecoin. And the winner of the second draw is Jamil. Hey. Congratulations, Jamil. Yes. Yes, indeed. All right, my friend. You are a winner. I will put my email address up on the screen in just a minute after. No, wait. Don't you mess me up. Don't you mess me up. Cat. Pax Cat trying to step on my keyboard and wipe everything out. What, you don't want to win any Doge, huh? You stay? All right, third draw, everybody. Are we ready? Here we go. Third draw of Dogecoin. Dun, dun, dun. Charles. Hey, Charles. You are the third winner. Woohoo! Congratulations, Charles. PexCat wants it right, meow. 20 years from now, you can say you won $10,000 in a giveaway. Sweet, Charles. All right, we've got 3 winners. And now for the winners, you are to email me. And let me put the email up here, right here, KrissCrypto@gmail.com. That's KrissKrypto, KrissCrypto@gmail.com. Send me an email, include your YouTube handle and your Dogecoin wallet address. And reminder, your Dogecoin wallet needs to begin with a letter D because that makes it a true wallet on the Dogecoin blockchain. So, and I will be sending out the Dogecoin later tonight. Congratulations, everybody. And you know what? We're going to have another giveaway tomorrow. Yes, on Sunday. On Sunday, we're going to have another giveaway. Can you believe that? Woohoo! Yep, 33 Doge. Do you know why we do 33, DB? Do you know why it's 33? Why? Is there another? Well, 33 Doge because there's 33 rockets on the SpaceX Starship engine. There's 33. It's a good number. It's a good number, my friends. Ah. And I keep one for the fee. Exactly. 33 is the highest degree in Freemasonry. Well, hold on just a second. Let me play a little something for you while I go see who's at the door. So enjoy this. This is a brief history of the cryptocurrency, Dogecoin. First created as a sort of joke, Dogecoin has an over $1 billion market cap and a loyal following with rockets to the moon, memes, and Elon Musk. How did this meme coin become such a popular cryptocurrency that some think Dogecoin could become the currency of the moon or Mars? Jackson Palmer tweeted, "Investing in Dogecoin. Pretty sure it's the next big thing." He later said he wanted to make fun of all the Bitcoin copycats that had been entering the crypto market. Palmer soon purchased the domain name Dogecoin.com and made up a logo featuring the Shiba Inu Doge meme that was popular on the internet. A group on Reddit posted about the website, and soon Billy Marcus, an IBM software engineer, contacted Jackson Palmer with the idea of making an actual cryptocurrency. The story goes that Marcus spent only 3 hours to code Dogecoin, and on the 6th of December 2013, the Dogecoin cryptocurrency was born. The currency was derived from the open source software project Litecoin, which itself was made to be a cheaper Bitcoin. By using the Bitcoin core, Dogecoin shares many of its cryptocurrency attributes, like anonymity and mining. Except for one, the Dogecoin is not capped, so its supply can continue to grow over time. As Dogecoin quickly gained in popularity, its price rose as a dedicated community used it for tipping and fundraising. They raised enough money to send the Jamaican bobsled team to the Winter Olympics, sponsored a NASCAR driver, and even brought water to the drought-stricken regions of Kenya. These actions brought even more attention to Dogecoin, and within a year, its market cap had risen to more than $90 million. But as the price rose, many in the community began to pump the coin in order to make profits, and actual money being made soon outweighed the good causes and having fun. Soon in 2015, Palmer and Marcus stepped away from Dogecoin. Palmer later said in an interview, "I saw the space being overrun by opportunists looking to make a buck. I quickly learned a passionate community throwing around money is like blood in the water to the shark-like scammers." Neither of Dogecoin's creators made much money from it, with Palmer revealing all he had to show for it was a jar of Nutella, and Marcus bought a used Honda Civic. Dogecoin value dropped and had relatively little trading until 2017, when Bitcoin made its run to 20,000. A new community formed, including Tesla's Elon Musk, who briefly changed his Twitter bio to read, "CEO of Dogecoin." Dogecoin then became quiet again until July of 2020, when a group of TikTokers pumped the coin.
Let's all get rich. Dogecoin is practically worthless. There are 800 million TikTok users. Invest just $25. Once the stock hits $1, you'll have 10 grand. He says, tell everyone you know.
Taking Dogecoin to the moon.
Elon Musk continued to support with a tweet in late 2020, suggesting that the Mars economy will run on crypto, and Dogecoin's price began to rise. With the GameStop frenzy of January 2021, Dogecoin reached 8 cents, and its market cap topped $10 billion for the first time. This was a 200,000% increase since 2014. Anyone who bought $500 of Dogecoin back then and held onto it would have been a millionaire. Just like Bitcoin when it peaked in 2017, Dogecoin fell to less than half its peak within days, before starting to make a comeback once again. The sustained growth of Dogecoin may rely on the continued support of Elon Musk, who has criticized large-scale holders, known as whales, for hoarding the cryptocurrency. If they were to sell, Musk hinted that it could allow the meme-inspired cryptocurrency to become the currency of the people. Many question Musk's relationship with Dogecoin. During a recent interview, Musk said,
I mean, I occasionally make jokes about Dogecoin, but they're really just meant to be jokes. But Dogecoin was made as a joke to make fun of cryptocurrencies, obviously. But fate loves irony, and often, as a friend of mine says, the most ironic outcome is most likely, or as I like to say, the most entertaining outcome is often the most likely. And arguably, the most entertaining outcome, the most ironic outcome, would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.
So where does Dogecoin go from here? That story is yet to be told. Hey everybody, I'm back. Did you get your little history lesson about Dogecoin? I made that a few years ago. So I always have that just in case something happens. And yeah, that was a little history. Hope you enjoyed it. No, that wasn't my miner. It wasn't my miner. It was actually a landscaper that was supposed to come earlier. And I'm getting a quote. No, I'm not an owner of a new miner yet. No, I'm getting a quote to take care of the yard and to plow the driveway in the wintertime. He was supposed to come earlier so he wouldn't interrupt the live stream. And guess what? He comes right now, 5 o'clock. Anyway, I had that all queued up in case that happened. I hope you learned something. We'll play that again from time to time. That is a little brief history of Dogecoin because everybody should know what you're investing in, right? And it gives you that history. So again, I put that video together a few years ago. And it's good for that. How's everybody doing? Still. Let's go. I know, right? Hey, Kriss, how are you? Happy Saturday. Yep. Happy Saturday. What was everybody doing pre-Doge? Yep. Before you first bought Dogecoin, where was your head? What were you thinking? Yeah, I first learned about Dogecoin when those TikTokers were trying to push the price of Dogecoin to $1. Of course, it didn't even make a penny. But the thought was cool. There was a little blip. There was a little blip in the price back then. That was in July of 2020. But I didn't buy until January 2021. So, yep. Does he accept Dogecoin? You know, I didn't ask him that question, Peter. I should have. I should have. Oh, man. It's a brain zombifying video after which everyone has to buy Doge. Hey, Raiden, thank you for the super chat. Inviting everybody to like and subscribe. And now giving away some memberships. My friend Raiden being very generous with the memberships. Chris Klein is a member. Niels is a member. Nathan is a member. Lungy is a member. And Obsi is a member. Well, thank you, Raiden. Let's go. Let's go. Awesome. Gifting memberships to the channel. Appreciate it. I know. Why wouldn't anyone want to accept Dogecoin? Yeah, if people have never heard of it, they don't know how to like accept cryptocurrency or anything like that. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. The hearts from Campo. A guy said to his girlfriend, I'm going to make you mine. She's like, oh my God, I'm going to get a ring. Presents her with a Dogecoin mining machine. Says, let's go. I'm going to make you mine. Ah. I love it. I love it. Isabella, maybe next time when memberships are given away, it's very random. YouTube just does it random of people in the chat. It's how they do it. I'm not going to send the video. 1K. I keep it here for my own use during my live streams. Yes, I did put subliminal buy messages in there. Little flashes, so fast. Buy Dogecoin. Yeah? Can you mine Doge from a mobile? No, not enough power. Not enough power. You need big compute power now in order to mine Dogecoin. Duchess has 4 days left. Let's try Isabella, Raiden Gifts, and it's Kesavaro. Kesavaro is now a member. Sorry, Isabella, he tried. Raiden tried. Oh. Yeah, Nathan. Maybe next time, Isabella. But good to have you back. Oh, MB is going to give one out now. Gifted membership from MB. It goes to Frankie. Frankie gets the membership. Can you mine Doge on a PS4? Maybe very slowly. You might get lucky to get like 1/10 of a Doge a day or something. You really need an ASIC miner. Even GPU mining just isn't getting much Doge anymore. It's just not. So you need an ASIC. I mean, the hash rate. Have you guys seen the Dogecoin hash rate? Here, I'll show you why it's so hard to mine Dogecoin now. You're trying hard, Raiden. I know you're trying hard. Oh, Isabella didn't get one either. Again. I'm your fave. Meow. David. George. DJ Dan. Got memberships. So for Dogecoin, if we look at the hash rate, which is hash rate right there. All-time high hash rate. All-time high on hash rate. You want to donate your giveaway to the PAX Cat? A fund for treats? We could do that. We could do that. Yes. I cannot give out memberships, Jay. I can't give out memberships to specific people. YouTube doesn't allow it. So, so here's the Dogecoin hash rate over the past 2 years, and it's up, and it just hit a new all-time high here on, what day is that? I think it was last week. New all-time high on hash rate. This is why you need an ASIC miner to mine Dogecoin. Anything less just doesn't have enough power. Just doesn't have enough power. Here's what the all-time hash rate looks like. Look at the explosion in the hash rate for Doge over the past year, just straight up. That's how it is. Dogecoin trying to get back to 25 cents. Bitcoin just hit 122 again. It's right there. It's a Saturday, you know. Everybody loves the Pax cat. Nobody loves Kriss. Nobody loves Kriss, but the cat. Oh, let's get some treats for the cat. Nope, the hash rate doesn't make for future price predictions. There's no correlation between hash rate and price. As you can see here, right? Even price went down in 2022. The hash rate just churned upwards. Yeah, there was one little blip right there in June of 22, but then it just turned around and just kept going higher. And even after November 2024, once Doge started dropping again, January, February, March, April, the hash rate kept going up. So, yep. And that's why Dupree's, and that is why it's more profitable, or getting more profitable, to mine Dogecoin, and will be more profitable than Bitcoin at some point in time. We will see. But thanks for the definition there of the hash rate. And that is the thing with proof of work cryptocurrencies: Bitcoin, Litecoin, Doge, Ethereum Classic. Also, you can still mine Ethereum Classic. Even Caspa has mining. The Caspa mining is not profitable. All those people who had Caspa mining machines are throwing them away, losing money. There's no profitability there. But Bitcoin, Dogecoin, profitable. Yep. Yep. More miners, higher the hash rate, more secure the network. We can do a fund for Kriss's treats too. Thank you. Well, thank you. Go Doge. Go Doge. Thank you, Miwi. The Pax cat getting all the love. The Pax cat. Sounds complicado. Yeah, if you're into it, though, you can find out more about it. So, but yes, it's proof of work. And you can just see here on the chart how the Dogecoin mining has just become more and more popular because it's profitable. So the hash rate's going up. You got more rigs being plugged into the network. That's what's happening. Dogecoin. And again, from earlier in the stream, if you missed it, this was Kaleo's advice from the beginning. Some of you were here, but for some who came in a little bit later, a few red candles this weekend is truly a gift. That's right. It is a dip in the last quarter of the last year of a 4-year cycle. A dip is a gift. Bitcoin is about to make new all-time highs. It's not a matter of if, but when. When it does, the entire market will continue to rip with it. Because when Bitcoin gets over 125,000, it's not going to stop there. It's going to go 126, 127, 128 in no time at all. That's what's going to happen. So it's one last chance to start stacking high conviction plays. This is what's happening now. So will it drop a little lower? Some people think so. We will see. But Yep. Isabella. Charlotte was here on Thursday. Monica was here. Yeah, I think she stopped in Friday. Weather girl. Yeah. So they're still around. They're still around, Isabella. But glad to have you back. They are accumulating. Hey, what do you do on the dips, right? Accumulate. Alex, some will say that that is a sign of something big coming, but it really isn't an indicator of that. It's just more and more people are finding out that Dogecoin is profitable to mine. So more and more rigs are getting plugged in and mining. That's what it is. So, yeah, I would do a poll to Priest, but I only have a few more minutes on the stream. So I'm glad to have you back, Isabella. Nazmal, you're just in time. I'm just getting close to the end of the stream here. But thanks for stopping in. Thanks for stopping in. I will be live again tomorrow. And there's going to be another Dogecoin giveaway tomorrow. So come back on a Sunday. And we'll have more fun. So thank you, Jan. PaxCat needs his own Doge wallet. Oh my God. If I set up a wallet for the cat, it would probably end up with more Doge than mine. Too funny, you guys. Too funny. All right. Hey, I hope everyone has a great Saturday night. I'll be back again on Sunday. So everybody stay well and have a good evening. And if I can get to my closing screen here, doesn't look like I'm going to be able to. I don't know why. So we're just going to end it here. So everyone have a great evening. We'll see you next time.